When everything went sideways, I spun around to Sarah, locked eyes with her. "How long has this been going on?" Her face tightened, like a stray cat cornered in an alley, all wary angles. Her eyes flickered, jittery, before she yelled over the bar noise, "Why'd you do that, Mike?" People were staring, a mix of shock and morbid curiosity, eyes bouncing between Jake sprawled on the floor and me, standing over him, the guy who put him there. "He said you two were a thing," I said, a knot of regret twisting in my gut. But no way was I letting him just walk away after that. Sarah immediately fired back. "He didn't even say anything to you." I sighed, knowing I had to spell it out, even though I really didn't want to. Grabbing her hand, I pulled her away from the gawking crowd out to the hotel balcony. Manhattan glittered below, a million tiny lights, but I wasn't looking at the view. "Mike, what the hell were you thinking? You just decked Jake for no reason." She stared at me, stunned, like she couldn't wrap her head around why I'd do something so insane. Did she really think I was just acting on impulse? "It wasn't an accident," I said, irritation spiking. "I'm not some psycho who just punches people for kicks. It was because of him. Because of you." Her eyes welled up, tears streaming down her face as she whispered, voice cracking. "How could you say that? I would never—" I cut her off. "Yeah, you would, and lying about it now isn't going to fix anything." Her voice trembled, barely holding it together. "Why would you think that? I've always been honest with you." "Enough, Sarah," I snapped, losing patience. "I've known for weeks. I knew you were seeing someone else. Tonight I just finally figured out who." He didn't even have to say a word. She looked completely floored, whispering, "I just don't understand." We stood there, a chasm opening up between us. Sirens wailed in the distance, cops or paramedics. The night spiraling out of control, no turning back. Only truth left. "Wait here," I told her, my tone leaving no room for argument. I went back inside, grabbed my drink, my cigar case, the one Sarah got me last Christmas, cutter and lighter included, the one I'd come to really like. I'd bought her a diamond pendant for her promotion, thoughtful gifts, our tradition, symbols of what we meant to each other. When I came back, she was hunched over on a metal chair, one of those flimsy things hotels use for events. Her company had rented the balcony for some award thing. I sat next to her, raised a hand to stop her before she could start talking. Slowly, I took out a cigar, clipped the end, lit it, took a long drag. The tip glowed red. Finally, I looked her straight in the eye. "You've been seeing someone else for weeks, maybe longer. You thought you were being slick, but your stories gave you away." Her face twisted, shock mixed with something else. "My stories? What are you even talking about?" A bitter laugh escaped me. "Those little stories you and your friends share every time we're all together." 9 years of marriage, Sarah and me, and our daughter Lily. Our lives tangled up with friends who lived just like us, those yuppie types. Every weekend, someone's house, maybe by the lake, grilling, drinks, chilling. Guys together, girls together, then everyone mixing, sharing stories. Felt simple back then, or so I thought, until all those little moments clicked into place, and I was here, next to Sarah, wondering how it all went so wrong. The conversations were easy, breezy, touching on work, politics, sports. Everyone trying to one-up each other with the funniest story, the most outrageous anecdote, laughter bouncing off the walls. Nearby, the women were in their own orbit, lively discussions, different topics, but still that easy flow. No real dividing lines, people drifting between groups, sharing jokes, stories, a quick hug, a handshake. It was routine every time our friends got together. I'd spent enough time with the women to know their go-to topics. Husbands, kids, the latest shopping